What's up, guys? Nick here with another video. Finally, I'm on screen for once. It's been several weeks since I was on. But this one is going to be about the Xbox press event that they just had on TV, like, not even 5 minutes ago. I just recorded this. You know, it's all fresh in my mind. I want to talk about it. Um, I didn't see anything about Sony, so this is basically just going to be about Xbone. People are calling it Xbone, but it's Xbox One. They might as well just call it X1 or something like that. You know, whatever. They talked primarily about games. They did talk a little bit about the software, and they announced what the price is going to be. Of course, Microsoft's not going to have a post-show. They didn't even talk about all the policies they had, so there's one right there. That's one thing they kind of screwed up on. They didn't even talk about the policies they were talking about. The 24 must check in every 24 hours. You know, you only trade, or you can only let a friend of yours borrow the game, but you can't take it back because that code is now theirs. You know, all that crap that I've ranted about. If you've seen my Facebook page, which I doubt, I don't display it up here. But basically, all the bad policies they put up there, I do not like. Not being able to play used games without some kind of code, you know, all that. I buy games used, but not if it's like $10 difference from new. I'll just buy it new. But if it's like, I'll give you a prime example. Nintendo Land. I bought Nintendo Land for $20 used because it's on sale at GameStop. But new is $60. $40 difference. That's why I got it. Now, other things like Mario, Super Mario, that one is $60 new, $55 used. I'm spending the extra $5 on that, okay? But anyway, about the reason why I'm here, we're going to talk about some games. We're going to actually talk about some games. I wrote down just about every single game they talked about in this press conference because I'm that dedicated. And I marked down what. There's only 4 out of the. Let me count this out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It seems like they only talked about 18 games. You know, that's somewhat disappointing, and I said 4 I actually liked. So, 4 out of 18 games. Now, some of them, I wrote down even side notes. I saw each and every one. Let's go over every one that I saw. Let's see. Metal Gear 5. Not a big fan of the series. We already knew that was coming, so I don't see the point why they would even talk about it. But a game called Rise. You play as this Roman captain or something like that. It looks amazing, but the gameplay is like Ninja Gaiden 3. You attack them a few times, then you grab them, and there's a quick time event in order to kill them, unless it's not that way and the dude just chose to play it that way. But it looks amazing, but they only had like 5-10 minutes worth of gameplay. Killer Instinct, you know, people wanted that game to come back because there was only like 2 or 3 games. You know, I'm iffy about that. I'm not a big fighter fan, but I know a lot of people would love that. Sunset Overdrive. It was just a trailer. There's no gameplay to it. I didn't care for it. Forza 5. We already knew about that. You told us back at your reveal conference. World of Tanks. I put so. I don't care. You know. Minecraft. Yeah. They're transferring Minecraft over to Xbox One. Who knows why? I'll let y'all in on a little secret. Keep playing the 360 version. It's not going to be any different. They might add more stuff to it, but it's going to be the same freaking game. Keep playing that one. If you like Minecraft, I like a little bit of Minecraft, but it's better multiplayer. I play on PC, but I'm not going to have it on 360 and then get it for Xbox One. Unless you can transfer over, don't do it. Just keep playing on the 360. Quantum Break. They said it was a gameplay footage. It wasn't. It was basically another trailer to show you a little piece of it. It is some dude who's going at normal speed and seeing this event happen, and it's going slow-mo. He pulls this woman out of the way, and she starts moving with him, unless he lets her go. There's a movie in the 90s called Clock Stoppers that happened the same freaking way, where the dude would turn his watch, and as long as he's touching someone, that person does not stop in time with him. They probably watched Clock Stoppers like, we can make a game about this. Unless the show was like... They said there was a TV show about it, unless it hadn't come out yet. Another game called D4. I don't know anything about it. It just said D4. Whatever. Project Spark. I saw this game. I was intrigued. The entire conference, I'll let y'all in on this. I was playing, what was it? Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I was bored as hell. Because some of this stuff I didn't care about. They did strictly down games. But when Project Spark came up, I paused my controller, and I went over to look at it. You get to create your own world. It's not like Minecraft. No. You get to create your own world. You get to create pets out of rocks and all that kind of stuff. You have to watch the trailer. You get to share and play on your own map. Create your own stories. It's basically like RPG Maker, but you get to create your own world. Stories, battles, all that fun stuff. You get to fight. It's not like Minecraft where you just fight like, and you're done. No, it's full-on fighting, magical spells, all that cool stuff. That one actually caught my interest the most out of every game on this. Seriously. Alright, the software. They talked a little bit about the recording software. They have a game DVR that basically records everything you do in a game. Unless you tell it to, I guess. I don't know. That part I didn't get. And you get to be able to share it and upload it on YouTube or something. Whatever. You can also do like the Google Hangout stuff where you actually show it on your thing and people can watch you playing the game. I think that's pretty cool, actually, but I like the traditional stuff. Put it on YouTube, all that stuff, whatever. The Dead Rising 3. I played the second one. I didn't have a chance to play the first one. It's decent, but they make it to where you can get past the zombies easier. Dead Rising 3, actually, the zombies, you're in an open world. It's like an entire city of a zombie outbreak. I like that idea instead of being in a damn mall the entire time. The first two took place in a mall. You're basically in a mall the entire time. This one, you're in an open world. You get to break into houses, take items out of there. You get to take cars that's on the side of the road and drive them through the zombie hordes. It actually looks pretty decent. Now, I do not know if they actually said it was for... No, it might be. It is. Most of the games they talked about were exclusive, so... Witcher 3, I'm not a fan of the series. I'm really not. Yeah, when I look down, I'm looking directly at this list. I'm not a fan of the series, but they said it's more open world-ish, where you're not like linear missions the entire time. Here comes the part that made me laugh because there were people in the crowd just laughing at them, poking fun at them, booing at them. Battlefield 4, they had gameplay footage of it. Now, it's not exclusive. It's not exclusive to Xbox One. It's coming out for 360, PS3, Xbox One, PS4. But what happened right before they started to do this little gameplay stuff of it? They had problems where the dude's just standing there like crossing his arms, doing all that stuff. People are yelling at him, come on, hurry up, But they started booing too. It's like then they started copy and paste. I'm just saying that right now. Y'all can disagree with me all you want. You can dislike the video right now if you're a big Battlefield fan. It is copy and paste. The game is completely copy and paste from the last game. It looks a lot like it. A lot like it. They didn't add any new features. You just go around shooting people. I didn't like it. I really didn't. I played Battlefield 3. I wasn't impressed by it. The campaign was 3 hours long. I'm not picking this one up. Well, obvious reasons. But there's a game called Below. I think the only game I didn't know about. Oh, yeah. It was like a over-the-head look kind of game where you're going around fighting people. And that's all they showed. Boring. Looks stupid. Halo. It's literally called Halo. It's not Halo 5. They didn't call it Halo 5. It's literally called Halo. It is a... I thought it was something completely different. It was a game... There was a trailer where they showed this like massive mechanical thing erupting from the snow, and this dude standing there with a cloak over his head like he's protecting himself. And you see his hand come out. It's obviously a mechanical glove or something. And he's looking at his dog tags. Didn't occur to me at that moment. But then the dude's hood came off, and it was Master Chief in his Halo 4 uniform. They didn't change it. No gameplay footage, nothing. Game comes out next year. I didn't say that. Most of all these come out either launch time or within like a few months after. But Halo, there was no gameplay footage of it. You'll probably get that crap next year at the next E3. Now, I'm skipping this one for the end. Titanfall. At first, I thought it was Lost Planet 3, but I've already seen gameplay footage. I'm like, this ain't it. Then they started showing the game trailer and all that stuff. It's a first-person shooter where you gain like experience, I guess. It showed scoring. And you get to get into mechs, and that goes into first-person view, and you get to shoot. It actually looked pretty fun. It's probably mostly mission-based kind of game. You know, it wasn't overly impressive like Project Spark was. That was actually impressive to me. You can disagree, but I like games where you have to create stuff and make a game out of it. That game lets you do it. And the final thing I want to touch on, they did announce how much the Xbox One is going to cost. $499. Now, y'all might think that it's pricey. It is. But you gotta think of it this way. I believe that is how much the original Xbox 360 cost when it came out. So, yeah, you're getting all this crap into one. Now, final thought about the entire E3. 3 games that actually impressed me, or actually liked. You know, I like to see Halo, but it didn't show any gameplay footage. Rise actually looked very good. Project Spark is the one thing out of everything in the entire thing that caught my attention. I'm like, wow, this looks amazing. And this is exclusive. I'm like, ugh! It would have been nice to see that on like the Wii U where you can use the gamepad to put items down and all that. Or the PlayStation 4, but it's not. Titanfall, don't remember if they said it was exclusive. Pretty much everything else is exclusive, you know, except for Battlefield, of course. But, overall, I mean, the first few minutes of it, they were talking about games that were... Let's talk about games going to be for the 360. Games we've already heard! Batman, GTA 5. They didn't even say GTA 5 is going to be on the Xbox One, so it's kind of a waste of time. The game comes out in September. The console comes out in November. But overall, I didn't really like the press conference. You know, I stopped and looked at Rise, Project Spark, Titanfall, and I stopped for a minute to hear about the price. That's pretty much it. Everything else, I was sitting here playing a game at the same time. You know, I wanted to sit here and be like, okay, look, I can get on here, talk to my viewers, give them an overview of the entire thing. Then maybe they'll go over and watch the entire thing. The whole press conference is an hour and a half to where they demonstrate some of the games, they show some trailers, whatever. You know, Minecraft. You know, Forza 5 we already knew about. They didn't even have to add that. You know, Killer Instinct, obviously they had to add that because they have a lot of fan base out there with Rare, and they're like, are they ever going to make Killer Instinct? And they do. They didn't show very much of it. They just showed one of the producers of the game playing against one of the producers from Microsoft. Stupid. Then they showed how you could record it and share and all that fun stuff. If anyone could comment below and tell me where I can watch the PlayStation 4 press conference, if they're even going to televise it, let me know. I watched this on Spike TV, and I looked ahead. It's not on Spike. I didn't see it anywhere on Spike TV. So I'll do a little research on that. If I can actually find the press conference, or it might have to be a couple days or something, I'll just, whatever. This was the one I wanted to focus on because the only thing about PS4 I want to see, they've already talked about a couple games I'm already interested in playing. I want to see the console itself. I want to see what the actual console looks like. Speaking of, forgot this one. They have another 360 design. It's available now. Why? Why at the end of a console are you going to bring out another one? It's another 360. It is. They say it's supposed to look more like the Xbox One. Why? That's just like Nintendo Wii. The Nintendo making another Wii right now. That's stupid. It's like, here, buy this, but wait, buy this one too. No one's doing that. No one's going to trade in their old console for this one if it's the same thing. You can buy the 4 GB one for $200 or less if you buy it used, which don't. Seriously, don't buy consoles used. I've done that. It was not good. No, wait, no, I didn't. But anyway, they did that. That was stupid. Overall press conference was, it was okay to watch. Not too many games. You'd be like, oh, but Battlefield 4 is going to be awesome. It's like, really? Did they touch on the story? No, they just talked about the gameplay. They didn't say anything about, oh, this is the world they're going to be in. Nope, you're just going to shoot. Halo, they didn't give you anything. Most of the games they announced the games. Dead Rising, they actually told you a little bit more about. There's another game called Crimson Dragon, which I have no idea what that is. The sound went off for the feed, so you couldn't hear the game at all. It was just gameplay footage. Woohoo! But if anyone can tell me where I can find the Sony press conference, let me know. I know they don't do them all in one day. E3 is supposed to be like a 3-day deal or something like that. And PlayStation's never at the same time. As far as I know. But if y'all can comment below and let me know where that is, that'll be good. I will make a video if I watch it. If I don't watch it, sorry. But at least you got a little bit of an overview. If you didn't catch the Xbone press conference, just watch this. You're going to save yourself about an hour and 10 minutes. I basically gave you an overview. Out of everything on there, this is my final thought. Out of everything on there, I liked the most was Project Spark. The Xbox, sales price for it now is $500. Yeah, they say $499. Just say $500. Screw it, $500. For everything they're giving for it, that they're doing with it, it is actually a reasonable price. If you look back at all the other consoles, the Wii was $300 or $350 when it came out. The Wii U's $300 to $350. I have the white one. But PS4 when it came out, I think was $400, $500. PS3, did I say 4? I meant 3. But it's actually a reasonable price, but there's stuff they have to change. And they announced yesterday, day before yesterday, they were not doing a post-interview stuff. That's why I'm not even watching it right now. Because it's just the developers that were there talking about the games. They're going to talk further about the games. Not by much. But Microsoft isn't going to be there for a post-show anything. They're not going to talk. They didn't touch on the policies. Not once. That irritates me. I want to know whether or not you're actually going to go through with this. If you do, I'm not buying your console. I'm going to hate. I'm not going to be able to play Project Spark or Halo or Titanfall, or Rise. I'd like to play those games. The problem is your policies. You have to sign in once every 24 hours. I don't have the best of internet, so say our internet doesn't work with my console. It took me 2 days to figure out what was wrong with my Nintendo Wii U and get it connected to the internet to where it's constantly online. But the problem is, some people do not have the best internet in the world. The people that are like that, like me, I'm in the country. I'm in North Carolina. I'm in the country. You can look out my window and see farmland. I'm not in the best area for internet. If I lived in Charlotte or Mooresville, Hickory, places like that, if y'all know any place about that, you know what I'm talking about. Those places have the best place for internet, and they're okay with that. They don't have to worry about it. Another thing that concerns me is that the rumor, if it's been confirmed or not, that you have to pay money in order to get on their internet and confirm that you own these games in order to play them. What? Why? Who wants to sit there and not be able to play their game because they can't afford to get a... Like, if they're saying you have to have a gold subscription, I don't want to. I want to play my games offline. That's the good thing about the Wii U. Play it all. You can play offline. You can be online to let people know what you're doing. That's pretty much it. You know, I don't know anything about the online play with him yet, and I don't care. I don't play it online. I'm not an online player. I'm a player who likes to play the games that he likes. Okay? Mario. Yeah, it would be nice to have an online play for it, where you can play with other people. So, I don't care. I'm going to play it by myself. Most of the time. You know, Brawl had it, so... You know, I didn't play it online. I played it once or twice just to see how it was. But they really dropped the ball on that part. That they didn't even talk about at all at that press conference. They just talked about the games. They didn't talk about their policy issues, nothing. And I liked at the end where they're like, you gamers make it possible. When I've seen articles where they are focusing more on the publishers they're working with than the satisfaction of the gamers. It's obvious. Used games, they're not going to do that anymore. So what's going to happen? They're focusing more on the publishers. The publishers don't want that. At least some of them. They don't care for that. So places like GameStop and all that, they're going to go down the toilet. You know, they're basically a pawn shop. That's what GameStop is, a pawn shop. They sell new games and used games. The used games go to them directly. That's how they make their money. That's how they're still in business. It's just like Walmart. Walmart's able to sell all this stuff and keep a profit. But they're selling stuff that they do not own. The only stuff they own is great value. You buy a great value, they get it directly. They don't keep a percentage. I need to shut up. This was supposed to be about the press conference. I'm talking about the freaking policies again. I get ridiculously mad. I even have it in my notes. I have a notebook. Sorry, I like to write crap down. Where is it? Where is it? It is the first freaking page. What they should do, get rid of the entire policy about having to sign online every 24 hours. Get rid of that and get rid of... No, just get rid of that. You get rid of that, I will get it. Not able to buy used games? I don't care. As long as I can play games without having been told whether I can or not. That is my point. I don't want to have to go online in order for Microsoft to tell me, you can play your console today. That is what it's doing. You can play your console today. Have fun. Okay. I play a game at 8 to 12. Okay. I'll wake up the next morning. You must sign into Microsoft. Go do it. This is me being stupid. Would you like to play your console today? Yes. Updating your information. You have to sit there and wait for a few seconds. You may now play your console. Ugh! Ridiculous. That's what they should say. Would you like to play your console today? That's what it should say. If it doesn't say that and it says something completely different, just think that. Would you like to play it? When you turn on your power, you don't want to see that. Would you like to play your games today? Why do you think I turned it on? To watch TV? No. Oh my god. They didn't touch on it. If they would have talked about it, reassured people, they're showing off games. They didn't talk about what made the reveal controversial. I can barely see right now, by the way. Hopefully we get decent details about Nintendo. Get some pretty good game footage for PS4 games. Because at this point, Microsoft has lost me completely. I'm not getting an Xbox One until they actually announce that they're not going to do that policy anymore. They should shut down that server or whatever is controlling it and say, we're not going to do this anymore. We're not going to restrict you from playing your games. We're going to now allow you to play offline without having to worry about it. Okay? That will make it better for me. Then I will consider buying the system. Other than that, I am not touching it. I am not going to even... I will go look at the games, look on the back, see what they're about. Other than that, I'm not buying that console. If it was... It's just a pile up of the policies they're talking about. You must be online once every 24 hours. You must have a subscription in order to get online, in order to play your games. The policies are piling up and it's getting ridiculous. I do not want to pay 60, 70, however much money you're going to have to pay for these games. And in order to play them, you must pay a certain amount of money a month in order to play. What if I can't pay it? Let's say I have 2 games that I really want to play that I own on me right now. Say Nintendo started doing that, which they're not. And they say, your subscription is out. You are unable to play your games until you continue your subscription. That would piss me off so much. I would take my console back to GameStop and demand my money back. And I think anyone who watches this video and agrees with me and actually buys an Xbox One, and that happens to you, get your money back right then and there. No, if you're watching this right now, don't get it. I'm not big on it. I like the games. That's what I'm for. I don't care about the internet for it. I don't care about the TV. I don't care about the music for it. I want to play the games. That's the whole point of a console, a gaming console. It's not to play anything else. Sony's keeping true to that. Nintendo's keeping true to that. Why is Microsoft not doing that? Because they want to get into everything else. Keep it separate. Make a new console. A different one. Xbox One Plus or Xbox One 2. Make it to where it's just for gaming and you don't have to worry about online constantly. Then people will buy it. Alright. Sorry if I'm rambling on. I'm talking about this more than the actual thing itself. I've been talking about this for like 10 minutes. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope that at least y'all at least go and do some research on this crap that the policies and stuff are doing. The conference was decent. They told you about some good games, but they didn't talk about the controversial policies that they are undergoing. So, I will see y'all guys in my Let's Plays and any other future face videos you may see of me. I'll see y'all again later.